welcome everyone. Appreciate you guys being here in a timely manner, considering the weather. And obviously, we live in South Florida, so we're all used to it. So as soon as we hear the anthem, if you guys could stand and remove your headgear, and then I'm quoting my assistant, Shadow, stand if you are able, or remove your headgear once we're ready for the national anthem. Okay, that's the signal. No more Thank you very much. First, I would like to introduce, for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Luis Sanchez. I'm the athletic director here at Matter Academy. And I would like to introduce our administrators that are here, our principal, Alex Tamargo, our assistant principals, Ms. Betty Morris, Ms. Melissa Falco Diaz, and then our coaches. You guys know because they're the ones that are the ones yelling on the sideline at your kids, but trying to get them better. So again, please bear with us. Now there's another gentleman here, Mr. Louis Rafan, the athletic department, but you'll notice there's one person missing. Okay, so hopefully he is streaming it as he's gotten to Orlando. So everybody want to say hello to Shadow, our assistant athletic director. Please give him a warm welcome. Welcome him, and we miss Mr. Cartaya. Now, besides our coaches, the two other most important people in your athletes' lives are their teachers, and I want to thank their teachers that are here and support them every day. And then the most responsible and most, needed and appreciated is you, the parents. So again, thank you, parents, for being here. Your influence in getting them to school, getting them involved, playing sports. It takes a lot to be a sports parent. I know I was one of them, and it's a lot on you, but trust me, it is worth it. Your kids will benefit. Their lives will be more enriched because of it, so thank you. All right, so to get started, before we start with the sports, our most important people are the ones that keep our athletes healthy and ready to compete. Now, unfortunately, the athletic trainer that's in charge of that, this will be her last award ceremony here. She will be missed, but she will be announcing her athletic training students, Ms. Isabella Ancheta. Please come up.
Is it on? I know the names, if anything. Okay, perfect. Hello, everyone. So I'm the athletic trainer. Thank you. But just real quick, I want to say thank you to all my students and my athletes especially, because you guys have made my time here at MATA very memorable. So that's all the speech I'm going to give. So for my most improved for athletic training student would be Camila Perez Aponte. My scholar trainer, Paola Alondro. And then my trainer of the year, I wouldn't have been able to get through the season without her, Denaisi Anduja. I said the name wrong, I know. The Paola, I said the last name wrong. Thank you.
Thank you to our trainers. Now, the reason why Isabella is leaving us, just like some of our previous trainers, she's furthering her education, furthering her opportunities to help people. So again, if you are interested in it, it's a great field to follow, get a lot of experience, medical field, you're saving lives. So thank you for that. All right, now, this next group of athletes, I would like to introduce them. They are double duty athletes because their job is to support all our athletic teams along with competing themselves. And they're one of the most athletic kids we have in the building. So if I could have our competitive cheerleading coaches up here, Robert Martinez and Miss Janelli Barola.
All right, hello everyone, good evening. Well, just to add on to what's already been said, it's been an incredible year. Again, athletics is really important in all the students' lives here. A lot of them that's what they look forward to, motivates them and disciplines them. And that's no exception to the group that I've got to work with. You guys have already addressed it, our own little banquet, but again, I'm very proud and excited for all of you. So there's a couple girls that I want to recognize. First, I want to start with the Scholar Athlete Award, which again, the title self-explanatory. It's a student who's been able to excel in both academics at the top of her class as well as in the athletic program, be disciplined, committed, dedicated, and keep up, and really show what that definition of a student athlete is. So for cheerleading, we wanted to award Jessica Sosa. And then the next two awards that we want to recognize are the Athlete of the Year Award or Cheerleader of the Year Award. And this one we went back and forth, but as coaches, we couldn't give it to just one. We have two exceptional students who have been in the program since they were in 7th grade. They started the cheerleading program when I started coaching it, so we've been in it together. So it's a little bittersweet to see them leave this year, but again, they gave it their all to this program. They were both the captains of the team, so I want to recognize Isis and Erica.
Yeah, they're filming. Thank you, coaches. I'd also like to mention Coach Castro's not here, also part of the cheerleading staff. All right, next coach is one of the more valuable coaches we have, because not only does he coach his teams, multiple teams, but he is a vital cog in the development of pretty much every athlete in our school. So good to have Coach Parker up here.
Yeah. All right, good evening. Hey, I'm not going to take long, okay? The only thing I want to do right now is I'm going to introduce you all to my assistant coach, Jeffrey Cruiser, and he's the one that's actually going to be presenting the award. And first of all, I wanted to say thank you to the girls for having an outstanding season. And hopefully we'll have many, many more fun years down the road. Thank you.
All right. Good evening, everybody. So my name is Jeffrey Cruz. I'm the assistant coach. And as Parker said, we had a pretty good season. Our girls team, they made it to regionals. We have a little small team. So with our first award, our most improved, and that's going to be going to Lorena Imnamorada. There you go. Congrats. All right. So our next award is the Scholar Athlete Award. So this is the person that does well on the field and in the classroom, which is also very important to us. So that's going to go to Erisa Cooney. All right. And our last award, which is our Runner of the Year. So this is the person that was leading the pack for our team, who was getting up there and was taking charge. And that person is going to be Arichelle Coney. Oh, we're going to board track? All right. All right, so as we said, we coach multiple teams. So now with our boys track team. Oh, he's not here. All right, so our first boy, he's not here. He was our most improved. He improved a lot from our last year, and he was able to qualify for states this year. So that first person is Jonathan Childs. He's not here. And our second boy, who's a scholar athlete and a very good one at that, he's actually going to MIT. It is Adonis Serrano. All right, and our last award goes to a man who actually did very well this year. He was able to qualify for our districts alone, which is a very hard thing to do, to qualify for regionals and everything. So our runner of the year goes to Douglas Hernandez. Good job, Doug. All right, and now for our girls track. So our most improved for girls track is going to go to Aleska Manrique. Congrats. All right. Our scholar athlete who's also not here today is Michelle Russo. And our runner of the year, she also got an award already for cross country. It is Lorena Inamorado.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, now those are our runners on the field, cross country, a track, and then probably the next hardest sport to compete in because it's just demands so much of your body is our swim team. So we got Coach Teheran come and present those awards.
Good evening. First of all, I wanna thank Mr. Sanchez and Mr. Tamargo for the support. I mean, without them, it would be hard to accomplish what we did. This year was great. Rookie of the Year, Nicolas Valdez. My scholar athlete, David Brito. Yeah, he's not here. My swimmer of the year. when I got to the program 5 years ago, I told this person, "You're going to be a state champ." He laughed. I said, "You're going to be a state champ." This student, I'm a witness that how hard he works. When some of us are sleeping in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, he's training in the pool. He's training in the morning, in the afternoons. So I knew somehow he was gonna make it. My swimmer of the year and a state champ, yes, state champ, Victor Valdez. Now with the ladies, my rookie of the year, and I know she will do much better next year, Melanie Palmira. This student, she runs, she swims, she's a great student. Scholar athlete, Michelle Russo. And my captain and swimmer of the year, senior Claudia Brito. Thank you.
All right, now, next sport takes a lot of toll on their bodies, both the physical part and then the mental part, because besides everything else, these guys and girls have to maintain a certain weight to compete. So if we could have the father and son Lamasares, Ed and Eric Lamasares, come and present the wrestling awards.
Welcome. It's a pleasure to stand here today next to my son after everything that he has gone through. It's been an outstanding season. I would like to thank the administration for everything that they've done for us. I also would like to thank all of my wrestlers who have been there for us when we needed to. I would like to call the first person. This gentleman, after everything he's gone through, he had a sad story at the beginning, but didn't let anything bother him. He was able to compete, go to practice every day, work hard, and still sustain a 4.0 GPA, and that would be Michael Lomax. He's not available today, but this gentleman is the most improved. When he first came to us a few years back, he looked like a little mouse. He really did. Big ears, little guy. And last season, he really came up, stood up to the mat and did his job. The most improved wrestler we have this year would be Mike, little Mike. Come on up. No, let's do one and then we'll do her. I want to talk to her. All right, this next gentleman, believe it or not, not only is he a good wrestler, but he actually keeps his GPA to 3.2, 3.8. He did outstanding this season. He overcame a lot of obstacles that were brought to us, and he went to state. He placed in state, and I would like to call the most valuable player would be, who do you want to call to? Oh, okay, we'll give it to Greg Mendez. All right. This one is special to me. This individual, this young lady, yes, we do have a girls' wrestling program in school. She has not missed a day in practice. She has overcome everything we had thrown at her. The big guys, the little guys, everybody that comes. We put her against anybody and everybody. And all she says is, okay, coach. To me, she's beyond the most valuable wrestler in the program because she has been able to withstand everything that has been brought to her. I hope and I pray that the rest of the young ladies that are supposed to be coming out next year could look up to her and follow her footsteps, because then we will go out to state with them. Camila, please stand up. She is our most valuable player. All right, thank you. I do want to thank Mr. Tamargo for helping us get the new mats that we needed so desperately. And he won't regret it. We will bring a championship home with him. Thank you.
All right. Next sport is coached by one of our most valuable Matter employees. She's responsible for your children graduating because she is our testing chairperson, along with being both the men's and women's volleyball coaches and head of the PE department, Coach Elsa Lopez.
Okay, first of all, of course, thank you to administration. Thank you to Mr. Sanchez. Thank you for Shadow. As all of you know, Shadow's always been there to every single one of our games, supporting us and being our backbone. We do miss him here tonight. We wish he was here, but we understand where he's at. Right now, I'm going to present the boys volleyball program. This year, for the first time, our boys volleyball program was actually competitive. We had a really good team coming back. Unfortunately, out of the 12 players, 10 of them are seniors. But we had a great time and a great run. The first award is going to be for the Rookie of the Year. Rookie of the Year for boys volleyball is going to Adonis Serrano. Our scholar athlete, this was a tough one because we had 2 top scholars playing boys volleyball. But our scholar athlete this year goes to Michael McWhorter. And then finally, for our MVP, or most valuable player, we chose 2 of them. These 2 players have been playing volleyball for me all through their high school career. They never gave up, even when we had a weak team. They were leaders on and off the court. Our first most valuable player goes to Stellan Sardui, who is not here. And the second one will go to Omar Lugo. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Lopez. Now we get a repeat coach up here, Coach Teherang and Coach Buzo, for our boys soccer awards.
A Rookie of the Year. This student, ninth grader, he's very dedicated, he loves the game, and he's really hardworking. I know he's gonna get better. William Marroquin. He got a haircut. That's nice.
All right, so this student, I had the pleasure of having my first year coaching a sport here at my alma mater, so it's been a very special year for me. As some of you may know, I'm also a counselor, so I'm on top of my kids for the grades. So this was a very easy choice through all the monitoring I had to do, and having Hariko on my back always reminded me to check the GPAs. He has a brother on the team. We'll have him as a senior next year. But we want to recognize our scholar athlete tonight as Victor Vaca. All right. So, this kid blew me away when I first started watching him play for us. He's a junior for us. He came in a little late. We had to be on top of him to join the team. But for whatever reason, we're very happy to have him on the team this year, and we're excited to see him become a senior next year and take over the team like he should. He's an amazing, amazing soccer player. He's an amazing student. He's always worried about his grades. And honestly, he made my coaching career, my first year, very enjoyable.
I always tell him that the best players are not playing pro. So, but he's a good player. He needs to work harder and be disciplined, because without discipline, you don't go nowhere. Our player of the year, Clisman Barrios.
All right, next sport is dear to my heart because I was the original coach of this program. And it's even cooler because one of the coaches was one of my players. Sadly, she is now run the gamut of sisters to play here. So I'm sure she's going to feel it. But if I could have Coach Daniel Salam and Coach Tanya Paz.
Good evening, parents, fellow coaches, and athletes. I proudly stand here beside my colleague representing the girls' varsity soccer team. To my players, thank you. Perhaps in terms of results, this wasn't our season, but I don't let that be the highlight of our season. For me, the highlight of our season, or for us, the highlight of our seasons is those hard-fought games. Every sweat in every practice, every team bonding, and every individual improvement. With the little time I had to teach you about the sport, and for those new girls who didn't know where the kickoff was, thank you. As a coach, that allows us to make you better. You girls have laid a foundation to these girls have laid a foundation to the sport and a representation for the following generations. I would be remiss to mention my senior players who leave behind their individual mark and space in the team. Also, leave inspiration to all their teammates who want to take after them.
Okay, so many of you know that I used to be part of, obviously, the girls soccer team. I graduated in 2010. I was here since 2003. So you could imagine, I've been here for more than 19 years, part of this school, and I am more than glad to have coached my girls. I have to point out, obviously, the 7 players that are graduating with us this year. I've had 5 of them who were since 6th grade in my own team. So those 5 players, I want you guys to come up to the stage. Angie passed, starting with my little sister, who will be the last one of the 3 sisters graduating from Matter. Sophia, coming up. Sophia, Acevedo, Suarez, and Kelly, coming up. We decided to give them their own jerseys, as they will forever be part of our Lions. Since they started in 6th grade all the way to their senior year, they've been part of this program. Like I told them, their senior year, I saw them grow from being girls to teenagers to now women who are going to college and going out of the country to pursue their dreams. So these girls are basically like my own children, you could say. I'm going to start off with the first award. She was part of our middle school as well. Obviously, the majority of these girls have been part of my middle schoolers. I still have a 6th grader that just joined our team this year. So yes, this is not only varsity for high school, this is actually for middle school as well. And our most improved for this year has been with us since middle school. Now she's part of our high school team. And this girl has changed tremendously. From the moment that we saw her, we thought she had a special position, but figures that it was not. She has completely changed our mind. And every time I see her play, it's like seeing one of my kids. I'm like, yeah, you go, do that. Go ahead, keep going. I don't know what else to say about her other than, obviously, I'm going to have her next year. She's going to be having my back. So coming up, Kiara Perez.
All right, I have the pleasure of presenting our next player. Unfortunately, this was our all-star player, and tore her ACL in the middle of the season. Unfortunately, we did not have her. But thanks to that, our team noticed that it takes more than just a player to play the game, and it takes a team to win. And thanks to that, we all learned, as well as us coaches, how to play with our team. Now, don't let this injury be defining you for your future endeavors. I know that you have a possibility and a great chance to making it higher in soccer. And with this distinction, our scholar athlete is Natalia Acevedo.
Our last award is Player of the Year. If I could, I will give the Player of the Year to all my players. To be honest, we have gone through so much individually as players growing up. But this player is one of the type of players that she is not seen or stand out in the field. People see him, is another player of the 11. But to us this year, she made such an improvement, and she proved to us that that position is actually really important. And honestly, I've coached her since 6th grade, and she has changed everything to us. She has grown up to be such a good and wonderful person, I could say. She's an awkward player, and we can't say much about her, but all I know is that if I describe this player with a word, is that she's fearless. You see her playing the field, it's not the same person that you see standing up right now. This girl literally throws herself, dives to every ball that she has to, and she, in semifinals and quarterfinals, she saved a PK for each one for us to keep going. So, Player of the Year, Sofia Torreno.
Thank you very much.
Just want to add, as a old soccer coach, the hardest thing or the scariest thing when you're starting a season is you look at your roster, you see that you don't have a goalkeeper. So Sophia, when she started, was not a goalkeeper and barely had enough training to justify it. But she kept working at it, and as this next sport as well, a lot of people wouldn't think little girls in Hialeah would be interested in playing football. But as a previous head coach of the girls flag football team, I'm proud to present Coach Martinez and Coach Barola. Now, before they give out awards, I have to do this. Matter Academy's men's football team started obviously before flag football. Now we've gotten to a point where flag football is actually a college sport for females. And in all the years, and if you ask one of the original coaches of Matter Academy, the best linebacker to ever play the game and justified by being Miami Herald Player of the Year in flag football is Coach Janelli Santi. Now Barola. Had to say it.
Good evening, everyone. Even everybody over there in YouTube world. Remember, this is a live stream. Make sure you like and subscribe. All right, I'm Coach Martinez, Lady Lions flag football coach. Players, thank you for all your hard work, dedication. Managers, thank you for helping me maintain the few hair follicles I have left. Coaches, thank you for the infinite amount of help and endless hours. I know you sacrifice a lot because we're all parents and we lose that valuable family time. Teachers and staff, administration, thank you for your patience. Parents, thank you for staying late. I know we run practice kind of late. Sorry, sometimes even the 6 a.m. workouts are kind of early, but that's what it takes. To the wife and children, if you're watching at home, I love you. All right, seniors, now that you're a part of this football fraternity, sorority, whatever path you take in life, make sure to thrive at it. Also, make sure once you get the schedule for next year, come out and support. All right, to next year's team, whether you're a junior, going to be a senior, middle schooler, put in that work. Our success depends upon how hard you work. All right, on to the awards. So, Rookie of the Year, Rihanna Riri. Scholar Athlete of the Year, Issa Hawaii. Last but not least, MVP, Daniela MMA Flores. One last time, 1, 2, 3, hard work, 4, 5, 6, family, nice and loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
In case you didn't notice, Coach Martinez obviously played football, so he knows exactly what the terms are, and the beauty of it, it's no longer just for the guys. But speaking of the guys, we've had several coaches here. And unfortunately, being a head football coach means that you give up part of your life, just like you do pretty much every other sport. But the numbers game is really what matters. And the hardest thing for this coach is to make sure that each and every player knows how important they are. And I know this coach, it's his first head coaching job, and he has grown, and I'm very proud to say that I was part of the process of getting him hired here. So if we could have Coach Frank Morales up here.
Good evening, everyone. I want to start by thanking Mr. Tamargo, our principal, for buying into the vision on day one and understanding really what it took to build a football program the right way. A lot of people take shortcuts and cut corners here. Where you do it right and build the foundation, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes resources, and he's supported us and provided us with that foundation, those resources since day one. So thank you to administration for supporting us. And Coach Sanchez, thank you for all your support as well. The 3 individuals that I'm about to call up here that are won awards, all 3 of them, they lead by example. They're not very vocal guys, and I wish they were, but these 3 young men, they come in and they work, and they prove themselves every day, and they lead the youngins as they continue to grow as well. I wish that they would talk a little bit more, but that's just their demeanor. They're part of the foundation of what we've been building here. I have a couple of them, or 2 of them are going to be back for their senior years. One of them I wish I had for another year, but he's going to be moving on for bigger and better things. We're going to start off with our most improved. This young man, when we got him as a freshman, he was a little string bean, and all effort, but you could just tell that physically he wasn't there yet. And he's grown. You actually have to pull him off of the field and tell him to take a break. And as his dad knows, me and him are always making sure that he rests, because if we don't actively tell him to stop, he will work himself to exhaustion. And the work that he put is the dedication that he has. It speaks for itself. So our most improved is Richard Verona. This next young man, he's our scholar athlete. I think he has a 4.7 weighted GPA, if I'm not mistaken, last I checked. And he's another one that doesn't make excuses. He grinds. He is here every day for workouts, for practice. I think he's taking differential equations, dual enrollment, on top of all these other crazy courses that he's taking. And he also works to help provide for his family. He's the definition of someone who does not make an excuse for not doing what it takes to be successful. Again, junior, we have him for another year. He's the anchor of our offensive line, scholar athlete Juan Victoria. Congratulations, Papa. And lastly, our player of the year. This is someone who you kind of have to poke him to make sure that he's breathing and he's alive every now and then. Barely shows any emotion, okay? But what he does do, he's another one, isn't much for words, but he comes and works. He comes here and he grinds. And again, he may not be very vocal, but his actions speak for themselves. He rushed for 1,600 yards this year and 16 total touchdowns. Him and Richard were part of a backfield that rushed for almost 3,000 yards together. I wish I had him for another year. And he accomplished that while also having to play both ways for us out of necessity. Had to play defensive back for us due to injuries. And if we were just to have him at running back, there's no doubt in my mind that he would have reached 2,000 yards. Our player of the year, Jonathan Childs. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it.
Thank you, gentlemen. All right, our next sport, in continuing the trend, to show you how old I am, when I was in high school, we only had a handful of girls' teams. And the school that I went to was known more for its boys' basketball team. That team has become very successful in the years that subsequently. But girls' basketball work just as hard as the boys. So if we could have Coach Raymond Lopez up here.
Good evening, everyone. Before we present the awards, I want to recognize my coaching staff, starting with Isa, who did a great job in keeping our players healthy and getting back to competition after getting injured. My assistant coach, Mr. William Cohen, keeping stats and scouting reports, and my student managers, Maximo Guerrero and Jose Brito. Our girls basketball program had a winning record for second year in a row. This year we reached the district finals for the first time since 2018. Good enough to be part of the Florida High School Athletic Association State Championship Series. Our team, led by our four seniors, Genesis Santiago, Hermione Hicks, Angelica Ortiz, and Emily Payano, had an amazing run. Each of these experienced student athletes brought a different ingredient to change the perspective of our young core of kids, a team built with 8, 9, and 10 graders. Emily brought the tenacity, Hermione the competitiveness, Genesis the character, and Angelica the locker room unity. Let's start with the Rookie of the Year. The Rookie of the Year averaged 5.6 points per game, 5.2 rebounds, and 1.4 steals with 2 assists. Even though she's a senior, she's the Rookie of the Year, Angelica Ortiz. The second award, the Scholar Athlete of the Year Award, is an especially important award for athletics. It represents the excellence on the court and in the classroom. On her years at Matter Academy, on the 3 years at Matter Academy, she improved academically every single year. With one of the best GPAs on the team and season high averages in all categories: 5.2 points, 5.4 rebounds, 3.2 assists, 3.8 steals. The winner of the Scholar Athlete of the Year Award and our team captain, Genesis Santiago. I want to acknowledge that in 2021, Genesis was ranked in the top 15 point guards in the nation in assist ratio with 8.1 assists and 2.7 turnovers per game. And this year, she was picked at the top backcourts in Miami-Dade County. And the winner of the Most Valuable Player or Player of the Year Award averaged 19.2 with 12.2 rebounds, 2.9 assists, along with 3.7 steals per game. She played in all 15 games this season, averaging 400 minutes of the 480 minutes the team played all season long. Also, when our team captain went down with an injury, she took over the shoulder of the team and headed with a 5-2 run, good enough to earn the second seed in the district and go to the playoff and go to the finals. The recipient of the Player of the Year Award, she's not here tonight because she left with her family, Hermione Hicks. I want to thank for your patience and special thanks to Matter Academy Athletics and the Matter Academy Administration for the support as always. Thank you.
All right, next up, this young man, not as young as he used to be, but I remember when he was the point guard that broke through after a long time of droughts over at Miami High, and can I bring it up again? But I'd like to bring up Coach Jose Ramos.
Good afternoon. Don't do the math to see how old I am, all right? Okay, guys. All right. I inherited a team with only one returning player. He was a senior, Jarrett Mejia, from a state semifinal team. The new team consisted of eighth graders, one 10th grader, and a senior, okay? if anyone has a history at varsity sports, it's never been done really in basketball where 8th graders are now participating in your varsity squad. Nevertheless, this team took us to the district championship where everyone thought we were going to lose against the Southridge, and we kept telling people that that trip was, they didn't want to play us all year. I tried to schedule them a game and they refused to play us. Coach remembers. I called him twice, and I know him since he was a kid over in South Miami, Doc, and refused to play us. But we got him in the championship game and ended up winning the district. So I'm extremely proud of the young men that we have here. We have a bright future. We're losing 2. And I'll tell this like I tell the parents and I tell all my former players. There's no one bigger than the program. No one. No matter how many points you average, no matter how good you are, no one is bigger than the program. And you'll find out in the course of your career, for those of you that play at the next level, and college is what I'm referring to, you're part of a team. Individually, there'll be guys better than you, trust me. Having said that, let me announce the guys that I have. Let me start, though, with some individual awards first that we have. And Rookie of the Year for our boys team, Giovanni Desari. I'm going to do that last. That way I bring them all up. Also an 8th grader. Stay right here. Scholar athlete. This used to go to Mejia all the time, Jarrett. By the way, me and Jarrett have a lot in common. Jarrett graduated 10% of his class, the high 10%. I was the bottom 10% of my class. But we have something in common, Jarrett. Scholar athlete, Isaiah McKinney. Put it together. I know his mom is proud. Another 8th grader. And finally, for our individual awards, my Player of the Year. I'm a little sentimental, so like I said, when I took over this program, we only kept one player. Actually, his mother and his father up there, the Mejias, that have been with us for a lot of years with their 2 sons. He was the only one that stayed and got committed, and he holds a special place in my heart because not only is he a great basketball player, but a great young man, obviously smart. He'll be going to UCF, and we wish him nothing but the best. Jarek Mejia. Okay, since we were district champs, right? We got some awards for everyone. Calvin Russell, 8th grader, please come up. Moises is not here. Yo, man, can you pick it up smooth? That's how he walks in the hallway also to get from class to class. Just like that. Giovanni, he's up here. Put it together for Giovanni. Alexander Baptiste. Another young player of ours. That's how he walks to class as well. All the administration knows who he is. Very popular. Let me hold him. He's a JV guy. Jarrett Mejia. Jonathan Marquez. Part of the salsa team as well. Ethan Davis, another 8th grader. Where you at? Wow, look at that outfit. Beautiful. See? These guys know how to dress. Here we go, Ethan. Uh-oh, they're falling apart. Isaiah McKinney. Leonardo, let's go, Leo. Our big enforcer. And Jen Alicia, we brought him up from the JV, has a big future here. Might be a 10%er one day too. Hopefully on the top. My last guy is Moises. He was supposed to be here today, but he didn't show up. I hope he's doing well. But again, I want to thank our coaching staff, Coach Yak, that you're here, Coach Corey, Coach Portillo, our administration, believe it or not, they come to our games, they help us out, they help us especially in the classroom where our student athletes, keep them in check. Everybody knows that, you know, we're running a good program here and the kids have to get educated. That's why they're student athletes. Parents, thank you for coming out tonight. Thank you very much.
All right, I apologize that I sort of moved things up. However, this next team is another one of our success stories because just about we've gone through several coaches after having one set of coaches for a very long time. So again, this is another example of alumni coming back and coaching. So we could have our softball coach, alumni Adrian Fahim, and alumni Stephanie Lopera. And of course, I can add out how valuable the third member, Mr. Gian Barzaga, was to the staff.
Hello. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for administration. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the parents coming out and supporting our games. Our first award was supposed to be Rookie of the Year, but I don't think I could give just one Rookie of the Year because in my eyes, they're all Rookie of the Year. So we're gonna go from Most Improved, and that's Daniela Adonisio. Come on up. Daniela got a hit in every game except 2 games. All right. Our next athlete is, she couldn't be here today. She's our scholar athlete. She's principal's honor roll, got straight A's. Leah Acevedo. Yeah, she can. She's not here. And then our player of the year, what didn't she do? She pitched. She led the team in hitting, led the team in RBIs, led the team in home runs, pitched every game, Daniela Mirabal. Thank you, everybody. Oh, where's the, I take this one or? It's up to you. Yeah, I'll leave it there.
Okay, guys, just like softball was improving, we had a vast improvement from this next team. The problem was I got spoiled because I was used to having a lot of fun managing, going to the games, just the whole experience of our next team. So I want to thank that new coaching staff led by head coach Humberto Bencomo, the baseball team.
Tú estás encargado. What do you got? You want to talk for me? No. You want to talk for me? You want to? Good evening. First, I would like to thank Mr. Tamargo for giving us and my coaches the opportunity to be here at Matter Academy. Also, this would not be possible without him and his staff. When we arrived here and I put this coaching staff together, we didn't know what players were here or even what to expect. We found that we were hungry, players were hungry, and parents were ready to cheer. This first season was a little challenging, but I put it on my players and told them, let's go out and win the district. And boy, did they do that. It's been fun, and it's going to be even funner. This is only the beginning to what is going to be a great ride. I thank all my coaches, all my parents, all my players for doing all they've done this year. Thank you. All right, our first student athlete is a senior. Most runs scored, most stolen bases, hit over 400. Yohan Diaz Yo-Yo. Our second award is our scholar athlete. I don't believe he's here. Is Brian Benincourt. Our third athlete, this guy plays in the middle infield. Very reliable, and is nothing no but to make the last out to win the district title. Our Gold Glove winner, Ramley Cordero, a.k.a. Cuba. Our next guy is not here. He's an 8th grader playing in the varsity. He hit 328 for the year. Dylan Fernandez. Our next guy is a freshman. Again, freshman of the year. He's not here as well. These guys are out of town. He hit 322 for the season in the varsity team. Aiden Nayland. Our next guy is a guy that you can call upon, the PO, ran the bases, did whatever he had to do, got us into the semi-regional. You know who you are, Alex Breda. Our next guy is our silver slugger. This guy led the team when hitting, was red hot, hit the ball when we most needed him. Alexander Mesa. Congratulations, bro. Our next guy is a freshman. He pitched 29 innings, had a 1.42 ERA, basically was unhittable. Basically, nobody touched him. Got us through the district, Kevin Roque. The Rock. Congratulations. All right, our next guy, he hit .413, did everything you asked. I don't know what else to say about you, but you're a jack of all trades. But this guy did it all. Did it in the infield, hit, laid it down, was pretty much the engine to his team. Luis Morera. Congratulations. No, ya está gritando ya. And last but not least, our player of the year. He hit .423, caught every game, behind the plate. I think there was 2 games that he couldn't catch because Ryan there had to catch, and Ryan even got injured in one of them, which is our other guy. But this guy gave it all he had, was there every day behind the plate. Eduardo Morales, our player of the year. Congratulations, brother. And we got 2 guys right there that contribute to our district title and to our season. Ryan Gordines and Kevin Clemente. No. Take a picture. Picture over there. Over there.
Thank you, gentlemen. Now, there's one more team awards to give out and a special team to recognize. I want to recognize this team more so because they have persevered and not used excuses as a reason for coming up short. I'm sure when you watch sports on television, you see the receiver in football they throw him the ball, he drops it, he looks at his hands. Or the batter swings and misses, he looks at his bat. Well, our 2 basketball teams had to travel to other places to practice and play because of our gym situation for 2 years. They didn't use it as an excuse. And then this group of young ladies just went above and beyond. This coach didn't care where, and instead of complaining about it, was just, okay, we're going here, we're going there, we'll be there. And their parents, I can't say enough of how much they supported them by getting them there when it wasn't a team bus or what have you, but it was amazing. And no one could have ever expected that a team without a gym for almost 2 years would be the 2-time state champions ladies volleyball team, led by Coach Lopez.
Okay, I'm going to do things a little bit different. I'm going to go ahead and ask the whole girls to come on up and stand in front, please. Now that I feel short, this group of young ladies went above and beyond, winning state championships 2 years in a row. We did it, like Mr. Sanchez said, without a gym, working hard, working outside. I'm lucky to say that 4 of my seniors that are graduating have all signed full ride scholarships. And they will be missed next year. We are expecting to make another run next year with all the returners and some additional players. At this time, I'd like to thank all my players from 2021-22 volleyball season for making it such a successful season and getting it to states not once, but twice. Thank you. Thank you to my parents who have been through it with me all the way. When we needed a gym, when we needed a court, those parents were out there looking for gym places for us to practice. Never complained whether we were practicing inside or outside. Regardless where we were, we managed to succeed. At this time, I'd like to present the awards. My first award goes to my 2 most improved players. These 2 young ladies, both are juniors, both made a huge difference this year. One of them was our main blocker, and thanks to her, we were able to succeed every single time. My first most improved player goes to Aiko Helper. My second most improved player was a young lady that's been playing with the program since 6th grade. This young lady has grown from the first time she stepped on the court. At first she was a setter, then she was a defensive player, and then she became our hitter. Not only was she successful as a hitter, but she came down with some phenomenal plays when we needed them most. My most improved player of the year goes to Gabriela Gonzalez Abreu. Okay, my next 2 awards go to 2 very special young ladies, one of them being a senior. This young lady works extremely hard all by herself with little to no guidance. This young lady's here at 6 o'clock in the morning every single day working out with Coach Parker, and here till 6 o'clock at night if necessary working out with Coach Parker. This young lady has a bright future ahead and will be playing volleyball at Virginia Tech. My Lion Pride Award goes to Amaya Robertson. My second Lion Pride Award goes to another junior that I'm happy to say will be back next year. This young lady was one of our outside hitters. When she hit the ball, nobody can pick it up. People would run the other way. My second Lion Pride Award goes to Taylor Pagan. My next award is the Scholar Athlete Award. As many of you know, it's very hard to be an athlete and a scholar at the same time. This young lady graduated with top honors and will be playing volleyball at North Carolina State University. My Scholar Athlete goes to Eliza Villar. And last but definitely not least, my most valuable player. This was extremely hard because, as you know, volleyball is a team sport. We made it to states and won states as a team, so it's always hard to pick one player. However, this young lady, regardless where she was set, whether it was on the court, off the court, or on the bleachers, she managed to get it in play. She does whatever necessary to make sure we win. This young lady, Player of the Year, goes to Ángeles Alderete. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Lopez. And again, it's been said before, not one, not two. I think you heard that before, but we're going to go for 3. So thank you, Coach Lopez. Thank you, ladies. Our next set of awards are going to be presented by our administration. So if we could have Mr. Tamargo, Ms. Falco Diaz, and Ms. Morris, please up here. It's over here. Coach. Oh, beautiful. Whoa.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you. As athletes, we're built different, guys. It's just how it is. We're going to celebrate today, but I know tomorrow we got to get ready for next season, because that's what this is all about. It's that continuous journey to be successful, to be the best at our craft and the best at our game. And we can't take that lightly, because we know somebody might be working harder than us. And so tonight, we come to celebrate a few different things. Number one, your accolades, right? And we've got to a lot of that as teams, and we'll do some individual stuff in a minute. But also, who brought you here and who's giving up their time and their talents and their treasure to teach you what you need to know and where you're headed, right? So as an athlete, we get that. It's harder for us. It's harder because as a student athlete, high school is the most difficult time of your life, because you got to be in school by 7:20. You get out by 7:30 to start practicing, to finish late at night. Maybe you have a game, maybe you're home late, got to do homework, got to eat dinner, and got to get back to it the next day. At the next level, it gets a little bit easier. Not that the demand or the rigor is less, it's just that the time is set up a little better for you. So this is, as an athlete, what I feel the most difficult time of your life. And that you're excelling at that speaks volume as to you as a person, as a character, as your drive and your motivation. Why is it harder to win? It used to be in this county that you went to one school and you either made it or you were out. Now we're saturated with talent, right? So many schools, private, public, charter. Kids go everywhere. Your dad coaches a team and you end up there because he's your coach and you get to play. That's great, but that may not mean you're good enough. That may not mean you're championship caliber. But here we are, and you see that with every coach who's presented and every award we've won today. So it's always a humbling experience as an athlete, because today you're great, tomorrow you may not be, and somebody's going to get on your back about it. So when you look at a trophy case, you understand how difficult it is, but you understand the rich tradition that we have at Matter Academy. And it would be not a good thing if we didn't recognize some of those individuals who made that happen for us this year. So I'm going to present our Coach of the Year awards. Our first one goes out to a first-year head coach who had a really young team, as many of us did, right? But they took it to Southridge, some of the bigger schools. They took it to others along the way. He has extensive basketball knowledge, not only about the sport, but he played the game. He played the game from high school at Miami High in their golden days. And I know this because I was one of the guys coming up after him, remembering his name, watching his games, him and his coaching staff perform, right? And it was impressive. Then he had a career overseas, played at Florida, played at Nebraska, 8 years professional basketball. And this year he took a very young, inexperienced high school team, because AAU is different from FHSAA, and I think we all know that in different levels, right? But he took it to the district title and was very close to going beyond that. So the future is very bright for basketball, and we're lucky to have Mr. Jose Ramos as part of our team. So this year we were searching for a head coach in this sport, and it was actually difficult. We had a few people coming through the pipeline and interviewing, and obviously everybody's capable, everybody has a high school story to tell, but none people have really done it the right way. And a friend of mine called me and says, hey, you need to interview this guy. He's your man. I said, okay. And I remember when I was coaching my kids and they were playing in tournaments for him, but I had never seen him really active on a field. But he's a legend in our parks, from Babcock to Tamiami to Grapeland. He coaches perfect game. He runs perfect game for our state. He is also the USA coach for our country for the 11 and 12-year-old division. He brought baseball back to Matter, which is what belongs in Hialeah. I coach in Hialeah, so I get it. Every Cuban's going to be a big leaguer. I was one of those guys, right? And dealing with kids, parents, and lineups is hard enough, but in this town, it's even harder because the expectations are so great. So we went from a 3-win season to a regional semifinal game against a team who won it all, that if we played them in our field, I still feel we would have beat them because they hit a couple little pop flies that went over the fence. Either way, Humberto Bencomo's been great for our school. Actually, it wasn't. You don't always save the best for last, but the ones who has the most rings wins. And that's our next coach of the year. So this team, we know the adversity, we know the challenges, but I think the biggest thing is that they brought back a culture and a lifestyle that already existed in Matter, but that because of what we went through the past couple of years, we forgot about it. So it was so refreshing to see this gym in full operation with fans and students cheering. It was great to see the non-Hispanic teams coming in here and wondering why we're dancing so they Hialeah in the sidelines during timeouts, right? But also because it brought back that winning tradition. And I really feel that sports is the catalyst, along with activities and clubs, that really gels the school, right? It brings everybody together because you understand people different when you come out and watch them perform. So what Elsa Lopez has done these past couple of years in this school is beyond impressive. And no pressure because we're looking for the three-peat, but either way, the way she handles herself, the way she handles this team, and the way she's brought championships and life back into this school is something to be commended. Thank you, Ms. Lopez.
All right, now to present our scholar athletes, Ms. Morris.
Good evening and a warm welcome to all of you. If you ask me what is my favorite award ceremony, and I will tell you this one. And if you ask me why, I'll tell you because a group of students here, parents and coaches go beyond the call of duty. What do I mean by that? Students excel beyond the classroom. You put in long hours, you maintain grades, yet you keep moving, and you are where you are. Parents, you make sure they get to school, you make sure they're picked up, you make sure they get home from practices, and you pack the bags if you have to for a tournament or a competition. And coaches, you put long hours here at the school, you keep up with the grades, yet you move on 24/7. You make it happen, and hats off to all of you. We have had a couple of years where they have been difficult. Many calls were made at all times of the night. I was on the other side of the phone, canceling things that were difficult. But yet, we went beyond that, and we are here today, and we're standing tall. Congratulations to all of you. Hats off, special recognition to the Male Scholar Athlete of the Year, Adonis Serrano. Female Scholar Athlete of the Year, Isis Hernandez. I want to wish the seniors good luck. Continue what you have done here. I wish you the best, and happy summer to all of you.
All right, our last two awards. Understand, like I said, all of you are winners for giving it your best effort. Ms. Falco Diaz will present these, but I just want to reiterate, and I've got asked this question earlier this year by a certain young man, what does it take to win Athlete of the Year? And every year, I'll be honest with you, it's a different formula, but it's all about the effort you give. And these two winners, as Ms. Diaz will announce, gave their effort every single time, whether it was visible or not. Okay, because that's basically how you succeed. Ms. Diaz?
Good evening, everyone. First, I know several of us have mentioned, but to you parents, from one sports parent to another, I know many times you feel like an Uber driver, underpaid, by the way. But to you, your sacrifice does not go unnoticed. The gift that you are giving your child by letting them be part of an athletic team will last a lifetime. This, to all of you, I really believe that athletics and being a part of a team is so much more than a game. You learn to work as a team. You learn to work towards a goal. You learn how good it feels to win, and you learn how to pick yourself up after a loss. These lessons will last you a lifetime. So congratulations to all of you. And with that being said, the Male Athlete of the Year is Victor Valdez. The Female Athlete of the Year, Elisa Villar. Congratulations to all of you. You should be very proud of yourself. Parents, thank you so much, and you should be absolutely proud of all of them and yourself as well.
Okay, guys, again, I just want to thank you all for being here. Appreciate this time in your lives. High school goes by really fast. You guys, some of you start here in 6th grade, which you think, oh my God, I'm never getting out of here. And yet some of you have been here, you're leaving. So again, thank you parents, thank you teachers, thank you administration. Have a great night, and we'll see you again next year.